All right. Welcome to another episode of Flat Out Racing Bets. We got some free picks, some free bets for you today. All we ask is for you to like and subscribe, and that would be great. Help us out. So got Todd Hurst here today. Todd, how you doing today?
It's good to be back. First of all, I mean, I don't know how I can follow up Kevin Hurst last week. You guys did well, but I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Pretty good. We was on Alex Bowman last week, and it really paid off for us. And that's what we're looking for. The sports book was down on him, and we
Yeah.
found an opening, and we took it. So he got some good odds last week. It was almost like winning the race when he got the top five. So and then we had William Byron. So we had a really good week last week, probably the best week we ever had. And that brings me to Richmond, and I'm really nervous because this is shaping up to be just like Phoenix was there a couple weeks ago, and that was not good for us. And so this looks to be tough. The problem that I'm seeing this week was I don't know if you watched the practice and the qualifying, but they split the cars into groups. Group A went out, and then Group B's times when they went out,
hmm
they were significantly slower.
hmm
And then come qualifying, the Group B cars were significantly faster. So the practice times are just all messed up because nobody in Group B was anywhere in the top 10. So
hmm
it's hard to see who's got the speed. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's my challenge right now. Is I don't know why they do that stuff where they split them up because maybe Vegas has a hand in it there, to kind of make things harder for us because I've been looking at practice times and they are all over the place. There's a couple consistencies there, but when you split it up like that and then you go out and these guys qualify and everything's flipped around, it makes it very hard to make a decision. And then you got to look at history. And if you compare qualifying and practice to history, it doesn't look like it's going to repeat itself. But I think it's going to repeat itself.
Oh,
So it's this one's tough right now. I don't know. I'm not going into this one very confident, but I'm going to try and make some money here somehow today. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. That's for
yeah.
sure.
I think that's the best way to do today is just try to be a little cautious here,
hmm
and we'll see what happens. As always, I run numbers, and when I ran the numbers, I got Joey Logano as the favorite. Now
Okay.
I don't know. He's got last few races. He's got several top tens here. He is at plus 1,600 to win this race today. So
hmm
you know,
That's quite the that's an underdog right there for sure. I've got one as well. So you run your numbers based off of you're looking at history and everything tied to practice and qualifying and whatnot. And I know Logano's been good at this track. The Fords, though, are just until they prove they can run up front, I gotta stay away from them. What do you think?
well, that's the situation. You want them, don't bet them until they win, and then, but you don't want to be late either.
That's true. You
And
gotta
another thing here on Logano is plus 250 top five,
mm,
and even a minus 120 for a top 10. So I'm going to play him somehow
that's good
today.
value. Yeah,
Um,
that's good value for
his
sure.
teammate Ryan Blaney was fast in practice,
hmm
plus 2,000 to win this race. Even betting something as little as $1, you're going to get $21 back
Yeah.
if he was to win this race. He's his best finish in this next gen car here though is seventh. So this probably not his best track.
Well, but if you think back to Phoenix of what he did at Phoenix, he ran really well. And I'll tell you about Blaney. He's I've got him on my radar for sure because if you do look at practice times, with a little bit of trepidation, but not too much, he was the fastest over a 25 lap run, 25 and 30 lap run. He was in the top. He was top on 30 lap run and second on 25 and I think that's something that you're going to have to think about here today at Richmond. We're going to see a lot of green flag running. Now, are we going to have a green white checkered finish? Are we going to have overtime? That will get you in trouble if you're looking at Blaney.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I don't know. They have a
so
lot of green flag runs here at Richmond, so we always got to be concerned about the overtime because you could take your could be a lap away from winning a race, and then it's over for you, just like that. And I don't know, but I am looking at Toyotas today.
Yeah.
The Truex, Hamlin, and Bell, probably the three favorite drivers. Bell has got 3 top fives in the last 4 races.
Mm-hmm.
So he does have a top 5. I got him at -120. And I'm definitely hitting that today.
Yeah.
Does he win the race? I don't know. I think Denny Hamlin is the man here. Again,
Well,
can he win so close to winning? He won 2 races ago,
yeah.
but he's the man here.
We're going to see a repeat winner soon. I think it might be. I think it might be tonight. But Denny Hamlin's an expert night driver. He's great. He's great under the lights. He's shown it at Bristol. He's shown it at Richmond. I think he's going to show it here again tonight. I really like Denny Hamlin at +550. And I really like Toyota even at +100 to be the manufacturer that wins this race. And right there, that's you throw some money on that, and you've got Bell, Truex. You got the 54. I think he's looking good. I don't know if this is his track, but he might be looking at more of an intermediate track for his win. But I think the Toyotas are really going to excel here. Now, they're all over the field from a qualifying standpoint, and they're all over the place from a practice standpoint. But to your point earlier, it's tough to just go based on that. And really, you got to go with history. Gibbs has averaged 6.8 finish at Richmond with 2 wins over the last 7 races. So that's pretty good odds.
Oh yeah,
quite frankly.
Yeah, I think I thought at Phoenix we saw the Toyotas just line up and run 1, 2, 3 almost the whole race, and
Yeah.
probably going to happen again today. If you
Well,
had to
and
take
Bristol too. They dominated Bristol as well,
right.
So
Yeah.
this track fits right in between those 2
Yeah.
tracks, and Toyota just seems to dominate no matter what this season. So
Yeah. Well, if you had to take a Chevrolet today, would you? Who are you looking for?
well, okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna go with Bowman. He's at +1,500. Yep. He's starting 4th. He was 2nd overall in practice. He was 3rd fastest in a 5-lap stint in practice, 2nd in a 10-lap. He was 1st in 15, 20, and 25-lap stint, and 2nd in a 30-lap stint. So he's just up at the top now. If that translates, fantastic. The challenge is practice and qualifying is not run at 6 o'clock at night. So
You're right.
that could change it all up. But I think Bowman's going to be a guy I'm going to have eyes on. I'm going to put some money on him, especially at +1,500 with the way he looked in practice and qualifying. And really, he's been looking pretty good all season. I think the 5's getting the best equipment, but the 48's taking advantage of what he has.
Yeah. Well, he was hurt. He was hurt. I don't know. Hurt his back last year, so perhaps he's rounding back into form. He's running better.
Hopefully, he is
better.
He is.
I don't have many weeks where I would pick. I don't like to take Kyle Larson. I always feel like he's, the favorite. Everywhere we go, he's the favorite, and so his odds are low. But if I had to pick a Chevrolet driver today, that's who I'd go with. He's on the pole. Take +100 for a top 5. I think I'll do that. I don't know that. I still think a Toyota's going to win.
Yeah, I think I'm going to probably put the mortgage on Toyota to win. And not saying that others should put the mortgage on it, but Toyota to win at +100, big. And Truex loves this track, and he ran well at Bristol with Denny. Denny loves this track. But what Christopher Bell has done, what he did at Phoenix, and what he did last week at COTA. I mean, I thought Christopher Bell was going to ruin our day last week at COTA. He was flying. And they just seem to be able to hook that car up in longer runs and later in the race. They're tweaking that thing throughout, and really they're able to get that thing going. So I think he's going to definitely be up there and someone to contend with. So just, throw some money on a winner. I got Bell, Bowman, Larson, and Hamlin. Truex +400. If he wins, great. I'm not going after that. I'm going to look at some other things to try and get a bigger return on my investment.
Yeah, gotta be
So
cautious today because there was just the information is just not there. Truex and Hamlin, they was in this Group B and their
mhm,
practice. They're down like in the 20s, which I know
yeah,
they're better than that, but
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how much better, and that's a shame.
Well, you have 400 laps. They're going to figure it out.
Yeah, I do got some
So
driver matchups for you today. See how you feel
great.
about this.
Okay.
Alex Bowman versus Bubba Wallace. I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, I
You
think I
going
know where you're
Bowman?
going.
Yeah, minus 120. I'm doing Bowman.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. I found this a little interesting.
Okay.
Hamlin versus Christopher Bell.
Oh,
Who would you take?
I'd probably take Hamlin
Yes, that's
based
who
on
I'm taking.
experience.
He's getting
And
the good.
he will wreck Christopher Bell. If they're
Oh,
going into 3 on the last lap, he's going to wreck him. Denny Hamlin wants a championship and he knows he's only got a couple more seasons to go. So I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna take Hamlin.
yeah, he's minus 105.
Oh,
Bell
that's
was
good
minus
value.
120. So I mean, found that funny that Hamlin had better money on
Hmm.
this one, but I'll go Hamlin there. I got Joey Logano versus Tyler Reddick. So
Hmm.
this is, I'm gonna tell you, I went with Logano. It's minus 130. What do you think?
Okay.
Or do you,
Yeah, I think I haven't seen much out of Reddick this week. Didn't see much out of him at Bristol. I think Reddick's he's got tracks that fit his style. If this isn't one of them, so
yeah.
I might eat crow on that comment right there. People are very quick to judge.
I don't see Reddick in my numbers anywhere. I'm going
Yeah,
with Logano. I'm going with the history here. I got one more. Blaney over William Byron.
hmm.
What do you think?
I like Blaney over right there. Yeah,
Okay.
you know, I Blaney has a tendency to just figure it out, and he's good driver, gets it, and I think he'll do well as long as that motor takes care of him. I don't think they have the speed to win, but he's got the speed to be top 3 for sure, top 5. He's got the smarts to be up there too.
Well, that's a plus 100 for Blaney. I
There
don't
you
know that
go.
this is Byron's best track. I think
Yeah,
compared to the other Hendrick cars, he may be down. I
there's
think
only so
Larson,
much you can
yeah.
learn on a short track on iRacing. You can't. It's not apples to apples when it comes to
Wow.
short track racing.
Huh. Well, I'm not here to bash Byron. I think Byron is probably one of the best out here, but just not today. Not today, I don't think.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
could be wrong. Could be wrong. But
Well,
just seeing
that's
some,
part of it.
just
That's
seeing a
part of
plus
it.
money opportunity here, and I just want to jump on anytime I get a plus money. I want to do it.
I found a
So
couple matchups
okay,
as
good.
well,
What do we
if I
got?
may, if I may.
Absolutely.
And then I'd like us to also talk about the number 1 at some point. But I've got hang on here, I got a crew chief running back there. I've
Yeah.
got Brad Keselowski against Kyle Busch, and that is minus 115. I don't know how you can't take Keselowski. That's, to me, it feels like easy money.
Yeah, Kyle Busch until he gets back into the M&M's car, he's just not got good equipment. I'm sorry. It's sad to
Mm-mm.
see. It's sad to see,
No,
but he doesn't have the good equipment.
no, it's
So
too
I'm
bad.
with you. I'm with you.
And then here's one for you: Hamlin versus Truex. What do you think about that? Hamlin
Uh,
versus Truex. Which way are you going?
man, that's tough. That's a coin flip. That's a coin
Yeah.
flip. Honestly, for me, I'd probably just not even play it. But what are you gonna do?
Well, Hamlin's plus 115, so I'm just gonna throw a little bit on there just to see if I can get some plus money. I think Hamlin is determined this year. Um, he's he wants to win every race, and I think he's got the equipment to do it. He knows time is running out, and so I think what he did at Bristol, I think he'll just do the same thing. He picks through traffic well. You're gonna have to do that. So I'm gonna take Hamlin.
These sportsbooks seem to know a little something. They're a little down on Hamlin when it's compared to these other guys. So
They
I don't know
do.
why that is, but
They
I'll
do
stick with
seem to
Hamlin.
know
This guy's
something.
amazing at Richmond. So
Yeah,
And
I don't know
what
why.
about Ross Chastain? What's going on with Ross?
Well, he qualified third. He's in a Chevy, but we haven't talked about him yet. So, why not?
Why not? Well, I'll tell you why not for me. I don't have him anywhere. That does not mean that he doesn't, run well. I don't have him up there. And, you know,
I
he,
don't,
he's just Ross is good. Ross is good, but he's not on superstar level yet for me. And I think the superstars are going to win tonight.
yeah. Well, I think the guys that know how to run these short tracks, again, the intermediate tracks, if you've got speed, that's all you really need. These short tracks, you've got to hit your marks every lap for 400 laps. And if one lap you miss it, you're in the wall or you're into the rear of someone, or we're also going to see green light pit stops. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we have some speeding penalties. It's going to be an interesting race under the lights. It's going to be exciting.
Well, yeah, I hope so. And hope I can make it through the whole race. I hate Sunday night races, but that's what we got tonight. So I have
It
to eat
is.
plenty of Easter candy just to be hyped up and ready to go. I see that your house is ready to go. We've got a lot of running
It's
around. So hopefully we still have a lot of energy at 7 o'clock.
There's a lot going on. I'm watching right now. This is the 1990 Richmond race here, which was race 2 of the 1990 season. So a lot of focus on Derek Cope.
Yeah.
TBS Sports was loving Derek Cope after his Daytona 500 victory, and I think they probably quit caring about him after this race.
Yeah, I think
So
yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Derek Cope won one more race after that. And that was
yeah,
the end of Derek Cope.
yeah.
So
These were the good old days,
what are the good
in
old
this,
days?
yeah.
Yeah.
In this one, Earnhardt crashed in practice on Saturday, and they brought
Wow.
out his Rockingham car because that was the car in the trailer, which Rockingham's an intermediate, and
Yeah.
they adjusted that car to get him on the racetrack in time for Richmond. So it'll be interesting to see where he finishes. I could Google it, but I'd rather just watch it.
I'm gonna bet he fucking wins the race. Is what I'm gonna bet. I don't know, but I'm gonna bet he wins. But you can keep tuning into it and see what happens.
Absolutely, I will. I will.
All right. Well,
No.
good luck today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same to you. Same to you. I hope we're successful again. That would make 3 weeks in a row that
Yeah.
things are panning out. The season's starting to figure itself out.
Yeah.
So the new package is coming in, and we're seeing who knows how to run on this new package and who doesn't. And I tell you what, I'm just going to keep running the Toyotas until they prove otherwise,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
like last
let's
week.
see. We'll see. It's gonna be a good race, and I appreciate you joining me today.
Yeah, it's always good to see you.
All right.
Hopefully we can get Kevin back here next week.
I think so. We'll get him back on. You're going on vacation, so you possibly might not be on next week.
I'll be back in time. Don't you worry.
Back.
I'll be
Incredible.
here.
We got Martinsville.
Great. It's
So I'll
going to
be
be
excited.
fantastic.
All right. We'll see
All
you
right,
later.
buddy. All
Bye.
right. Good luck.